All right. Well, hey, y'all. I understand, KK. You go do what you got to do. That's perfectly fine. And happy 4th of July to everybody. I know I didn't get on yesterday, but I told y'all I probably wouldn't, that it was our anniversary and we just went out and spent the day together. And I hung out with mom and my nephew for a little bit. Just had a pleasant day. We went to dinner and done a lot of shopping yesterday. So, and I said that I had gotten some gel nail polish, and didn't know where I set them day before yesterday, and I got them. So, I'm gonna open them up. I haven't used any of them yet. They're supposed to have pastel colors in there. Let's see. Oh yeah, got a lot of pastels. So anyway, that's what I got. Wasn't real expensive. The bottles are small. And then I ordered, oh, let me see if I can get y'all zoomed out a little more. I may have to change my camera angle. I got these and I got 36. And they're brush tip and fine tip metallic markers. And I thought, okay, if we're going to be doing some jewelry and butterfly wings and, different things, why not have them where we can pour our resin in the mold? We can either paint it with the nail polish, or we can use the metallic markers, or we can use a combination of both. So that's what I want to try. And I've got my UV lamp out because to cure the gel polish, you have to have UV. And of course, for the resin, you have to have UV because I'm not using epoxy resin. I am using UV resin. So, different resins for different jobs. All right, let's see. I love this shape. I think I'm going to go ahead and pour these in the clear resin. We'll cure them up, and then we'll pick colors between the gel nail and maybe the metallic markers to color them in with. So, yeah, let's get this out of the way. I won't be needing these cups right away. I did clean them out. You never know when you might need them. I've got some regular Q-tips and those Q-tips, well, not Q-tip, cotton swabs. So, hi BJ, how are you, honey? And happy 4th of July. I'm thinking about, I don't know how many people are planning on having to go off for the fireworks tonight. I know we don't anymore. So I don't know if I'm going to do a pop-up bingo. I put a notification thing in my post tab that if anyone might want a pop-up to let me know, and I haven't gotten any replies. Doesn't mean nobody wants to do it, just nobody's replied yet. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I know your Independence Day's not today. I think yours is what, tomorrow? I know it's soon. I am not too sure about how these are going to come out. A lot of little areas. And right now I'm seeing quite a few bubbles. Wednesday. Okay. I knew it was close, though. me get this one. So I do not want any bubbles. Let me see if I can give it a bit of a spray. Oh, BJ, I have some glow in the dark, and they're supposed to glow up to 12 hours pigment paste coming in for resin. I'm thinking those are going to be so much fun. Your doggy bag, you're hungry? Wasn't no doggy bags. We went to Golden Corral. I took my own dressing because I don't like their cheap ranch dressing. It's watery. And I also took my own homemade tartar sauce. Oh, I'm trying to get all the bubbles out. Don't want no bubbles. Come on, go away, bubble. Oh, I think I got it. Bubbles are so annoying. And especially in these tiny little things, you know, they're just there. All right, I think I got them. Nope, right there. They just don't want to let go of that corner. They get down in that crease and say, no, we're not leaving. Come on, you're not invited. I promise you're not invited. I wonder. I know I did spray alcohol earlier. I'm going to chance it, y'all. It's just not wanting to let go right there. Oh, there it went. All right, now let's get the other one down here that matches. Hi, Julie. Welcome in. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, I'm not real thrilled with Golden Corral. That's one of hubby's favorite. You know, he calls it the Golden Trough. Um, Me and mom don't eat enough to pay for us to go, but between my husband and my nephew, they get their money's worth. So, but I always take my own ranch dressing because their ranch is just so thin. I think it's the cheapest you can buy for a restaurant, and their tartar sits out, and I never feel safe eating it. So I take my own tartar sauce that I make at home just before we leave. So, it's just better. Some things we just do better on our own. All right, come on. You have to fill in there. That one doesn't have too many bubbles, thank goodness. I don't think they water it down. I think it's just a very cheap brand and it's runny. And like I said, their tartar sauce, it sits out there. Yeah, they may have it on a bed of ice, but it's mayonnaise. And I've never, no, I would just rather take my own and know that I'm safe. I'm real funny about certain things. It's like the only ranch dressing I use is Hidden Valley. I don't like Walmart brand. It's the same to me. It's no better than what you get at Golden Corral. Maybe they get the same distributor, but they're just nasty. So I would rather take my own. So I always find out from hubby if we're going there before we leave, so I have time to make it up myself, and I take enough for me and mom because mom is the same way. We're both very funny about certain things. All right, let's get these. I had put a message in my post tab if anyone was up for a bingo game, but nobody messaged back. So I was like, well, I'll just go live and play with some resin for a little while. If people want to come in, they can. If they don't, I'm still just doing resin. All right, let's go for a couple of minutes. Homemade medicated blue cheese cream. It's delicious. And I don't like blue cheese. Yep. My mom loves blue cheese. Once in a while, she'll take her some, and it'll be blue cheese. It's an acquired taste. I'll say that it is an acquired taste. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not my taste. But yeah, I want to get all four pair of these earrings in clear, and then we'll go through and we'll use either the metallic paint pens or the gel nail polish to decorate them up. And we got plenty of time today. I even have some little sparkle that we can use. Might put that in some of the rings, maybe the ring ones. Ooh, aren't they pretty? All nice and sparkly. I like a sparkle sparkle. Hey, Norma Kay. Happy 4th of July, honey. I did get my new camera hooked up. How does it look to y'all? I did. I got it hooked up. I was so happy. My other one, it's not the camera. Evidently, the cord has a place in it. So I'm going to see if I can get a new cord for it. Just replace the cord and use it also. Okay. I'm going to leave those in there. And let's see if we can. I know what I'm going to try. Aha. Maybe we won't get no bubbles. I don't have a big meal to cook tonight. I've already pretty much got it ready to go in the oven. They're having manicotti with Texas cheese toast tonight for dinner. And hubby was happy when I told him what he was having before he went to work. But yes, he loves manicotti. Oh, the camera is good and clear. Yay! I hope I fixed whatever the problem was. I think it was that frayed cord. I had never noticed it before. And once I got the camera down, I was looking at it, and sure enough, there was a fray in the cord. And I was like, well, there's my problem. So I'm going, like I said, I'm going to see if I can get a new cord for it because the camera's fine. I could take this camera down and leave the cord because they both use the same kind of cord. There's my beautiful Edna. How are you, honey? I've missed you. I was going to message you this morning. I thought, no, maybe she's resting. She's had a long trip. I'm so glad you're home safe. Oh, come on. The rubbing alcohol is going to give me a hissy fit down here. Wants to be crazy today. See if I can clean it up. I don't want a bunch of cleanup once I get it done. Glad to be home. Oh, I know. Vacations are always fun to go on. What happened to my light? What happened? Huh, just went out. It's back on. But it's always so nice to get home. All right, I think that one's good. So let's put that one under. Just a couple of minutes to get them set. There's Miss Sherry. Hi, honey. I'm not sure. I believe it might have been Amazon, honey. Let me go look real quick. Let me go look. I'll check my back orders on Amazon. And if so, I will give you the link in here, okay? Well, now come on, give me the ones I'm wanting to look at. There they are. Yeah, here they are, honey. Let me share the link. Let me find it. All right, there's the link, honey. Back ordered. Amazon doesn't have. Oh, we get back orders a lot. If let me know if that's the one you're talking about, sweetie. So I know. If not, I've got another one, I think. But I'm not sure where I put them right at the moment. It's hard to find the right tools. We'll see somebody using one, and if we have no way of contacting, we never find out where it come from, you know. So that's why I like to, if someone asks me about something, I like to try and find where I got it right then and get them the link, because we're not friends on Facebook, and she would have no other way to contact me to find that out. All right, we're moving along. Let me spray these two now. I'm going to tap them out a little bit. Oh, goodness. I hope Miss Sheila is doing okay, her and her family, after the loss of her husband. I felt so bad for her. But I will say, she's a trooper. She just kept right on a going. That's it. Yay. It took me a while to find those. I seen everybody using them, and I thought, oh, that love that silicone, you know. And it did. It took me a while to find them. I'll be glad when I get these all poured and cured so we can start decorating them. You're ready for a nap, Edna? We'll get a nap, honey. Yeah, Sheila has a channel called Reptiles in Resin, and her husband passed away. She lives in the same state as me. I felt bad for her. I tell my husband all the time, I hope I go before him, because I don't know what my life will be like without him. He's a good man. He's been amazing taking care of me and my mom and my nephew. And I believe her husband had been ill for a while, but I don't think you're ever. People say, oh, you prepare. And how do you prepare to lose your spouse, the love of your life? There's no. Okay, that one looks good. So let's get it. I'm just doing 2 minutes. Yeah, your time's up. It's almost like you have jet lag when you travel, you know. Uh, need a drink, y'all. Coca Cola. It's not a drink. Hubby only works till, I think, 4 o'clock today. More than likely, I won't see him till between 5 and 6. So, and I kept thinking, we celebrated our anniversary. By the way, Miss Edna, happy late anniversary to you. I know I told you yesterday, but Edna and I share anniversary dates. How many years was it for y'all, honey? I don't even remember. Come on, I want to get this done. I want to play with these new gel nail polishes. Let's see what colors. I mean, we have glitter ones. We have pastel ones. I think I'm just going to pop them out and we'll go from there once. I got an air bubble in that one. I see it. I see the bugger. It may have popped on its own. So I don't see it up there now. So that's a good thing. All right. Try not to get my big head in y'all's way. That's not always possible. I do love the shapes of these. And I have my earring findings all ready to go. I see a couple of air bubbles. I'm going to try and torch it real quick. Nope, doesn't want to let go. Right there. Are you even doing? Barely. May have to get a new lighter out. Sometimes they just don't want to let go. And I certainly do not want air bubbles in my jewelry. That one's not letting go. Come on, air bubbles. This one down here in the tip, just I'm gonna get it up and then I got you. I held him up there. Gotta make him stand up there so I can get him to come out. I think I got him all that time. Nope, there's one little one. You little bugger. Ah, see if I can get him to. He just right in that crevice. Think I got him finally. Took a minute, but I got him. All right, let me do my little bit of cleanup because I don't want to have to try and clean up on itty bitty areas once the resin's cured. That's kind of a pain in the rear. Y'all know that, though. I ain't a telling you nothing you don't already know. Burn them all. Yes, I know. But you got to do it. That's the bad thing. You got to do it. All right, let's get that. Am I not up against? You know, sometimes your light will hit a different direction and things look different. Yeah, I'm always afraid I'll burn the mold. I did get these new lighters. They had them clearance for 99 cents at Hobby. I only got a couple. It's all they had left. And this part you can bend. Let me open it. I didn't know they made them like this for a long time. I found one a year or two ago, maybe. And then I hadn't seen them again. And when we went, I think these are just the neatest because you can bend that in any direction. Because if you take a regular lighter and you hold it down, you're burning your thumb. You know, nobody wants to burn their thumb. And it's got a nice little flame. You can. So I love that. I was like, yes, please. So, like I said, I only got a couple. That's all they had. But hey, better than nothing, right? Is it refillable? I don't know. It may be. Let me look. It would. Yep, you can refill with standard butane. Sure can, right there. So, yay. Very nice. All right, let me get the lid on that for a moment. I want to see. I should probably do a little more over because none of them are really domed. And I don't want the sharp edges. So, I am going to do a dome coat over them. Like I said, I just did the quick, get them in there, get no air bubbles. So, but then again, sometimes that one's really kind of deep in there. I'm gonna chance it. I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna rake it across and see. Let me see about that now. I want a bigger squeegee, but I don't know if I have one. Wonder if I can use this as a squeegee. Like, we're gonna try it, you guys. No, I'm afraid. I'm so afraid to mess them up. I'm kind of looking off to the side. And I'm not going to be happy with this, I'll tell you now. Yeah, they do look like an antique ornament. All right, KK, I'll see you later. She probably needs a nap. She's probably up that all night. She's going through it. You know, the cat nap thing that we all end up doing in our age. All right, you guys, I'm going to cure that one and then I'm not going to do them. I'm afraid to, I'm going to decorate them, but I'm not going to try and dome them. I'm just afraid I'll have a mess. And my hands are already getting a little muckified from the UV resin anyway. So let me get that cleaned off. I do have remover. Yeah, for a little tiny tree. Wouldn't that be cute? Do them in Christmas colors? We may have to do that. I got them at Hobby Lobby. That's where I got that mold. All right, let's get this sticky going. That feels better. uh, yeah, I'm on my second little bottle of organic mullein, and it seems to be helping. Yes, Julie. Come on. So, yeah, Norma, if you're still coughing real bad, that mullein will help you. I'm convinced it would be good for you. All right, that one still feels a little sticky. I'm going to go back up under. Yes, the diamond drills. I even found these I pulled out to decorate a little bit with. I was like, ooh, those would be pretty on some of that. Oh, I've got all of Mom's leftover drills from her diamond paintings, too. I've got a little pink case that's just loaded with jars. I always tell her, when you're done with your diamond painting, don't throw them away. Give them to me and I'll take care of them. And she's done so many diamond paintings. And then one time I went to Joann's down in Savannah, and they had their diamond drills marked down to like 50 cents a bottle. And I bought one of each. or maybe it was a quarter a bottle. I know it wasn't a lot. And I snagged them up. Oh my goodness, I just think I found a mold I've been looking for and I can't reach it. I'll have to wait until my nephew comes one day and get him to see if he can reach that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You know, when Audie moves stuff around for me, things just kind of got put wherever. And I'm looking at two two or three of my tubs of my pour paint. You know, it's already mixed, ready. All you do is pour for your pour canvases or whatever that I use when I do my the paint skins. Added a lot of colors to your bag of drills. Okay, how are we doing? Oh yeah, much better. All right, let's take these little puppies out. Isn't that shape cool? I know you probably can't see the shape, but it is so cool. This one really reminds me of a Christmas ornament, I'm going to tell you. Oh, shoot. Missed a whole spot in there. We're going to have to redo that one. I can't believe. That one's good. Going to have to redo that one, though. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. All of my kids were going up to the lake to celebrate the 4th. They invited all of us, and we were like, no, that's okay. You go, you have fun. We don't do the lake. Too hot. And of course, their comeback was, we're real close to the bathrooms. Honey, it has nothing to do close to a bathroom. We just can't take the heat anymore. All right, that one feels okay. It's got a little divot there, I think. No, that's just me. Yes, I love paint skins for jewelry. You haven't done skins in a while, Edna? I haven't done them in a little while either. I may have to do that this week. I use what I use to pour them on. I use the cutting boards, the thin plastic ones from Dollar Tree. And that's what I use and let them cure on that because then you can just peel them right off. You haven't done any yet, BJ? But yeah, I do. I love paint skins. We're going to pour this one again. It wanted to be a bugger. It's the only one. And it was right down here on this bottom edge, right there. Get in there. Fool me once, you ain't gonna fool me twice. What's that old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Got no room to do anything. I, BJ, honey, I am working in a. You wouldn't believe my small space. It it was a spare bedroom. It was the girls' bedroom when they all were little at home, and my mom used it as her living room for what time she lived here. And I still have a curio cabinet and an entertainment center in here. So, yeah. And it's like a 9 by 9. So it's a small room. Trying to get my cleanup done, y'all. Don't want to do it once it cures. Well, hey, Lisa. Here until customer arrives. Oh, honey, I appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry you're having to work today. All right, I think I got it. I got all of it. Let's cure it up. I cannot believe that little bugger left out the whole little bottom round. You work every day? I remember those times. I mean, I haven't not worked. It's not been too many years now. But I remember those years. And I was a bartender, and since I was the manager of the bar, I took the holidays so the bartenders could have time to spend with their family. So, yeah, that little bugger right there didn't pour that little bit. Other than that, it was fine. It'll be a scrappy. You slave every day, no pay. I can't say I do. Hubby still works. He'll be 73 this year. He works on post. I don't worry about him. He delivers pizzas part time for Domino's, and he's only 7 miles from the house. He's on a safe area. Now, I wouldn't want him still working doing that if he was in an actual public area, but not just anyone can get on post. And he delivers mostly to the barracks and some to housing. So, but after he got his Social Security going and we have his military retirement, and he was still working. He didn't want me to work anymore. And he was like, the kids are all grown up and out of the house. He was like, so just quit your job and stay home. That's what he wanted. And I didn't do it for a few years. I still stayed working because I enjoyed my job. But then finally he convinced me to. Let's see, my last day at Home Depot is the 26th, and I work for myself 100%. Congratulations, Lisa. Yeah, he's retired from the Army. Okay, I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to slide that back. I don't know what all colors. Okay, I guess that one is black. I'll put it over there. Kind of a coral, purple, Like I said, I just got them. I've got regular other ones also. I need to find something to put them all in where I can still see what color they are. That blue's pretty. I'm happy for you, Lisa. Sometimes I wish I still worked. You know, you miss the company, the people. You know what I mean? Because I had really nice customers. But I was there for years. So there's a white one. Another purple. I don't know how many colors was in here. I didn't pay any attention. All right, that's a top coat. That's a matte top coat. And this is a glitter top coat. So we don't need these right now. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not going to use the top coats. I'm going to put them back in there. Okay, let's see. What if I love this blue? Isn't that blue pretty? I'm thinking about that blue for the biggest part of the triangle. What are you? It doesn't really say. I guess it's like a gray. What if we do this blue on the top part? Harvesting honey. And a cloud of bees just started flying around. They need to stay in the Well, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. Okay, let's try this. Like I said, I've not. All right, I'm going to pick it up. And we're going to see how it does. That is a pretty blue. I've got a right over here. I don't want there. Okay, we got it. All right, now I know you got to put them under the lamp because I don't want to smudge it. You know what I mean? Buzzing by your face yesterday. Aw, bees are smart. Bees are very smart. People always get me when they're like, oh, dumb animals. I got news for you. Some animals are a lot smarter than some people I know. And I'm sure a few of you feel the same way. Yep. Yeah, I known a few beekeepers in our area, and I've learned a lot. Like I said, yeah, bees are smart, but so are pigs. I'm going to tell you, pigs are also a smart animal that you wouldn't think. I've not, we didn't get to, on the farm, we didn't hang out with the cows. Now, my first husband, his family had a dairy farm, and those cows knew of an evening or in the morning when to go into what stall to get, they had the milking, you know, and they knew. I think this one's cured enough. I'm going to try this blue. Oh, that's a pretty light blue. I think that'll go good with this. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Yeah, it is. Well, even uh, y'all know that a cow that hasn't had a calf can't give milk, right? They have to, they can't be a heifer, I think is what he called them. A lot of people don't know that. They think y'all can just go buy a cow and get milk. No, that cow has to have had a calf. And even the young ones knew when the mamas, well, they would be weaned, but they would stay out in the pasture when the older ones would come up to go in, to get milked. I was raised on a farm. I didn't always live in Georgia. My ex husband got transferred down here due to Lowe's Lumber. We actually started out in Lexington, Kentucky. He was the warehouse manager. Then they transferred us to Springfield, Ohio. And from Springfield, Ohio, we came here to Augusta. He got the store straightened out, and then they sent us to Daytona. And from Daytona, we ended up going to Lakeland, Florida. And they wanted to transfer us again. And my daughter was getting ready to start school. And I told Gary, I said, I'm not transferring and moving anymore. You know, they're getting ready to start school. I want them to be more stable. So we moved back here. My parents were living here at that time. And he got on with Holloway Construction, building Riverwatch Parkway, and just, they built roads. And of course, once he was on the road here and there, he started drinking and doing, and that's when we ended up getting our divorce. Yeah, it was like army brats. And of course, I kept my kids. Wasn't giving him no custody of my kids. So, but that's how I ended up here. Yeah, if you're good at your job, a company will transfer you quite a bit to help boost their company, you know. And Gary was like a watchdog. for the different, if they had a bad inventory 2 or 3 times in a row, they would send him in to straighten it up. And that was just the way it was. Okay, the circles, you guys. I'm thinking, what if we did a coral and a bright yellow coral into a red on each of those? What do you think? That would be cool, right? I'm looking at them. That's what I'm thinking. So what do you think, guys? You like that, BJ? Those came out good, didn't they? I like that. I'm going to leave them lay in here. And slide these back a little bit. That green's a pretty green. But yeah, okay. Let's do this. Well, thank you, Edna. I want to look and see if this is the brighter yellow. I think it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I want the brightest. All right. I like this. This is fun, you guys. I'm going to tell you now, if you don't do UV, or this is the way to go. It goes on nice. And I'm just kind of patting it on. Well, I was thinking about trying red, white, and blue on this one. Do blue down here at the bottom, white on this little center part, and red up in here. That's what I'm thinking about for those. Because it's got more space, I guess, what I mean. All right, I'm going to have to cure that in between each because there's no separation. And I just think with it being so a larger area, it would look great with the red, white, and blue. Beans, today is our 4th of July of 2026. So hard to believe our country is 250 years old. I remember the bicentennial. I believe we were living in New Albany, Indiana at that time. My dad was a superintendent of the Farm Bureau Indiana granary that's down on the Ohio River there in Louisville, Kentucky. I want to make sure I get enough on this little edge. There we go. Let me get it curing up. Pull this one out. Oh, yeah. That's going to look nice. You were 10? What brand are the polishes? Hang on, baby. They're off of Amazon. I can drop the link if you would like here for you. So hang on, Julie, and I'll get the link off of my Amazon real quick. And you can go check them out. Just give me a moment. I don't mind doing this at all for anybody who wants to know. Let's see. There they are. Come on. No, come here. Where are you at? That one. Oops. Here. Copy. There you go, honey. There's the link to it. The Hudson River, Hoboken, New Jersey. Ah, okay. I said I'm just patting them on. The colors in this kit are gorgeous. I want to make sure I don't get any color where I don't want it. I appreciate y'all coming in and just hanging out and chit-chatting with one another. I know a lot of us are older and we just don't do the fourth like we used to. Not that we don't appreciate the holidays. We've just gotten to the point in our lives where, well, to be honest, it's just another day. Yeah, the Born Pretty, they're expensive. They're pretty, but they are expensive. And I wouldn't use Born Pretties on, you know, just because they are an expensive brand. But if you're not doing your nails, you might as well use them up on something. But no, we just don't. I mean, a few years ago, I'd have the big family barbecue, and we'd all get together out here on the porch and play cornhole, and I'd always have the camper set up in case one of them wanted to spend the night or the grandkids could go in because I didn't really want them here. I know this is going to sound terrible to y'all, but I didn't want a bunch of people in the house making a mess. So I would make sure the camper was set up, TV, air conditioning, all that for the kids to go in. Because if the parents are sitting outside having conversation, let's be honest, they're not watching the kids. I'm sorry, but not happening, right? So I just would always, okay, red. Where's the good red? I don't know if there is a nice red in this one. This one looks more No, that's not red. Now, I like this blue. That's more of a purpley red. Hang on, I've got another set. Not this brand. I don't do my nails. Well, y'all see, I'm just not that big of a girly girl. I don't do it anymore. I used to. All right, let me move. All right, get to here. I also have this set. Let me see if I've got a nice red that's in here. I get this whole thing to see. I wish that those that are out here came in a thing like this, but they didn't, and I didn't know at the time. So let's see. I think this one looks red. Yeah, we're going to use this red. Okay. Yeah, you have to use acetone to clean it off. I have pure acetone. Okay. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll use this also on here, because it is a, let me open it and show you. That is a beautiful red. We'll compare them. Hang on, I'm going to compare them. This one looks like it's got a hint of a purple in it compared to that one. See, this one's more red to me. Pretty much stopped doing them. Yeah, I don't do my nails, and they're getting long, so they'll have to go. They'll get cut off. I don't do long nails. I know you see so many of these people with their nails all done nice and fancy, and I, I I'm not. I'm just not that person. So if you show up for fancy nails, you need to move it on, because you're not going to get that from me. I would rather spend my time creating as to spend my time waiting on nail polish to dry and doing my nails. But like I said, I was raised on a farm. We didn't have time for the girly stuff. You know what I mean? All right, let me put that one down in there. We'll get this one. And then I'm going to turn that back on. I like this. This is coming out kind of pretty. I'll get pictures once we're done and post one in the post tab for y'all. Come on. Slide you in there. All right, let's got that one. Now we're going to do red, white, and blue on this one. Had purple hair. Oh, I know. Used to paint them black. No, is that I've never been, and I've never been one to wear a lot of makeup. It wasn't me. I'm sorry. You know, do their nails for them. That's nice. But even in high school, I wasn't the makeup girly girly. It just, like I said, it just wasn't me. Okay, now I want white in the middle. I want blue down here, and I want this part in red. So we're going to do the white first and work our way out. And if my big head gets in your way again, I apologize, but you want to see what I'm doing, but I got to see what I'm doing. All right, I got a little speck here. There we go. Get that under there. And I'll show you this set. And then I'll put them back. Didn't those come out pretty? Oops. I like that. I do like that. When I was working journalist, states no, so now I'm a hippie with hair. No, I don't do the hairy legs or hairy pits. My grandmother always said a real lady will always take care of her appearance. Come on, stop shaking. My shakies are starting, y'all. It doesn't define who I am, but I sure feel better about myself. Lymphoma won't allow you to shave. No, I'm sorry, Julie. See, you have medical issues of reasons why not to present yourself. Wet and go with your hair. Okay, let's get the blue. Hey, if that's what makes you comfortable, that's on you. Like I said, I couldn't do it. There's just no way. And it's all in how I believe you're brought up also, you know. My grandparents were much older than a lot of grandparents. My grandparents were married 27 years before they had my mom. My grandparents were old enough to be my great grandparents, and my mom's parents were old enough to be her grandparents. So, it's the generation thing, I think, also. Oh, that's going to be so pretty, you guys. Thinking of cutting my hair because it hurts to lift my arms. Oh, I get hubby to brush my hair. I taught him you start at the bottom and work your way up. Do not start at the top and yank down. That's going to be pretty, you guys. Yeah, I'm not a very hairy person either. Okay, got one little spot here that I'm not happy with. Now, my sister was a hairier person. All right, let's get this one in. I think I can pull this one out now and do the red. You're fuzzy. I'm sorry, honey. But yeah, I've never been a very hairy person at all. I mean, Mayflower. Let me get my. Yeah, I like. What are y'all thinking of this one so far? Pretty cool, right? Yeah, the kids would always say that mom was the naked chihuahua. I think the next one I'm going to try with the new markers. I want to try the markers, the paint pens, paint markers. Oh shoot! See, this is why I'm glad I'm curing in between because I sure don't want that red on my white. Got it, got it, got it. I salvaged it. Okay. Isn't that going to be pretty, you guys? Let's get that one in. And we'll get it going. Oh, wow, BJ. Come on. Got a little. I like this. Both sides of your family. Cool. I'm trying to get a hold of it again so I don't get. I think I stuck my finger in it over here. Let me grab here. And sorry, I know I'm probably out of frame, but I don't want that red bleeding into anything. You know what I mean. Don't want it to do what I don't want it to do. There. All right, that one's done now. Let's get it in. Okay, you guys. Yay, I'm going to put this red back in where it came from. Like I said, I really wish that these would have came in that kind of a thing, to keep them nice. I mean, I don't care if they don't go back in their exact spot. I just like to keep them decent, so you know where they're at. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to put these away. Let me set this up here. Put it back in its box. All right, and then we'll get the polishes put up and pull out the markers. Because, like I said, I want to do some of the new metallic paint markers on some of these. And I've got that set left, so that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I don't care where they go in at. Come on. As long as they're back in where I can put them in there, the box that came in at least, that helps. All right, those are all back. Where'd their box go? Here it is. It's just easier and nicer to keep them until I can figure out something to do with them, Okay. Now the paint markers. I got these. Oh, okay. Don't go flying everywhere. What do we want to do with this set? I'm thinking I want purple. I love that deep purple. And let's see. Maybe I'll do this other kind of a fuchsia. We'll try those. I've never used these. I just got them in. So we're just practicing. Okay, let's see. I think I'll do the, there's the brush. I like the brush tip better. You know, I like it better. So I think I'll do, see if we can split this in half. Oh, that's a pretty color. Coverage is nice. Very nice coverage. What do you think? Nice coverage, right? Okay, let's see if we can. Yeah, very nice smooth coverage. Kind of surprised, to be honest. A lot of paint markers are, I don't know, they just don't feel smooth, you know? You feel jaggedy, if that makes any sense, if you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't flow. And these seem to really, oh, I like that. I'm not getting brush lines. Nope. Okay. You love that color? Isn't that pretty? Let's try the purple. May have to pour a few more just to be able to play with the paint markers for a little bit. The purple is not deep, deep purple, but it's a nice purple. These will be cute to do for Christmas. Okay. What do y'all think? Isn't that nice? Coverage is really nice. It's not blotchy. Um, I'm able to get a nice line. All right, let's see. There we go. I had an air bubble. That was my fault, not the paint. Oh, I like that. Need to this hand. I went over a little bit on this one, more than I wanted. So I'm going to try and, there we go, touch it back up. Perfect. Perfect. All right, Julie, or Lisa, Julie. I looked up and seen Julie. Yeah, I like the markers are really, really nice. Okay. I'm going to pull these out and let y'all have a look. Let me get a piece of paper to put them on so y'all can have a good look at what they came out to look like. And I'll zoom you in. Oh, come on. I keep bumping. I'm shaky. I got shaky, y'all. That's okay. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, yeah. What do y'all think? Them came out nice. I know these you can't really tell the color too much. I think it's because of this light. Yeah. German, Irish, Saxon, and some black along with the native Indian. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they came out nice. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'm going to put them back under the UV light for just a bit to let them cure up a little more. And then we're going to put the earring things on them. These I don't think I need to. This one, should I paint the other side? I painted the wrong side on that one. No, I didn't. Yeah, on this one. Which one did I paint? Did I paint the wrong side? I think I did. I painted the wrong side. Y'all, I painted the back. But I mean, it looks okay through the front. But I did. I painted the back. Y'all, how did I do that? Well, shoot. I'm going to paint the back of the front of them now. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I'm going to paint the front now since I painted the wrong side. Oh, my goodness. What a dork. I can't believe I did that, y'all. Not paying attention, I guess. Can't tell a difference. I can in person. I mean, it's not a bad difference, but yeah, you can tell when you're just looking at it. I can't believe I did that, though. Sure did. Leave it to me. I always tell people my channel should have been named What Not to Do. I'm making sure I got both sides painted because I can't tell on this one for certain. Mm-mm-mm. Telling you, I keep telling y'all, I'm a dork. Is there something on that? I touched it. There we go. Make sure it looks nice. All right, I'm gonna do. Can't tell this one for some reason. I can't. I think it's the way the light's hitting it that it's messing with my eyes. But I do like these paint pens. I really, really like them. Yep, camera tricks. Okay, you guys. Let's see. I've got a message. With Beth. Okay, you guys. Let me get my earring stuff and we'll put them together. And it's over here. Let's see, where are my pliers? Hmm. There they are. There's my pliers. Let me grab my findings. Oh no, you're not falling. Believe it or not, the paint pens just tried to slide down. I'm glad I grabbed them. My chair hit the box. It happens, y'all. It happens. Okay. Let me grab. I haven't opened this. Yeah. I have those. And let's see, we'll do, I think I want silver on the red, white, and blue. No, we'll do gold on that one. We'll do gold on that 2 pair and silver on these 2 pair. That'll work. Let's see. Come on. Okay. I've got other jump rings because these jump rings are too small for what I'm thinking. Pretty sure they're just too small. And then we need 4 for here. And 4 for here. Oops. All right, that's all we need out of here. Come on. Get off the bar here. So it'll close. There we go. And there's my gold. Where are my silver jump rings? Where did I put my silver ones? Well, those are the close. Here they are. Here they are. I got the silver. And I think we'll need these. There we go. So many different sizes of jump rings and different things. And let's see, I think I'll use these. Okay. All right, let's see. Remember, you always twist, you never pull. Are we stuck together? Oh my goodness. What are you stuck on? There we go. There we go. Okay. Nice. Let's get it back on there so I don't lose them. Happy with those. Oh, y'all are getting storms? We may later today. I'm hoping we don't, but we might. Okay. Weather has been crazy this year. I know our heat index has been up in the hundreds. What are we right now? I'll tell y'all in a minute. All right, we're 96. Our heat index is 104, is what it feels like outside. Oh, 97 now. And we're under a heat advisory. We have a 17% chance for rain. So, never know. I'll tell you, you can hardly live in the South without AC. You can't do it. You had storms yesterday. Oh, Edna. Let's get a thingamajigger on here. And we will have, time we're done today, we will have made 4 pair of earrings. Not bad. 82. Come on now, don't go sticking on me. Lose track of what I'm doing, y'all. Okay, put the back on it. All right, now the gold ones. I'm hoping those jump rings are a good size for that. Yeah, how many years has it been, Edna, for you? You and hubby. Too long. Yeah, my husband says it was a life sentence. And I tease him and tell him that he's able to get out of that life sentence anytime he wants, and he refuses. So he must enjoy the prison. 50 years. Congratulations, sweetie. Those are coming out. These are cute, you guys. Those are really cute. You were 10. Well, honey, I was only like, what was I? Kindergarten or first grade when my hubby graduated high school. Rob the cradle. Yep, that's what he says. But I mean, Age doesn't really make a big difference. To me, it's, do you love each other and are you good to one another? He got his wings to heaven, taking care of you all that. That's what hubby tells me. Oh my goodness. This jump ring didn't want to move. Oh, these are so cool. I like the red, white, and blue. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. All right, one more. And I think we've done pretty good. I got to get dinner in the oven. Doesn't take long for the manicotti now to cook. Okay. All right, you guys. Those are all finished. Would you stop? I don't know what your deal is, but I'm happy. I'm a happy little camper today. I'm happy with what we got accomplished. They look nice. So, yeah, that came out good. I'm very happy. We'll put my markers back in their box so that way if something happens, they're not all over the place. I need to get, the pencil, the ones that lay on their side is what I've got to have because you can't put these markers up and down because of the paint. I think I seen some a few months back. I'm hoping they still carry them at Hobby. That's where I'm going to look for the marker holders. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I got a lot done. I need to make a mold tonight. I have a surprise coming for you guys of a mold I made. I'm going to finish it up tonight, hopefully. And hopefully I can get it poured this week and we can have some, check it out. Okay. Yep, that's why we keep them in the box. You got to lay them on their side. You can't stand them up in a cup holder. You know what I mean, Edna. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can. I'm going to look on Amazon while we're in here for a marker, paint marker holder. See if they, yeah, see, You can't use this kind. It's got to be this kind where they lay on their side. Okay. May have to order there. $120 would do, right? Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll order that. Okay. Got to do something. I don't have an order coming Friday that I know of. Yes, I do. That I've got these coming, you guys. We're going to have so much fun with these. They are glow in the dark pigment for UV resin pigment paste, and they glow up to 12 hours, is what it says. Let me find it. So much stuff. Yeah, I read it somewhere. It said can glow up to 12 hours. I don't know where it was right now, but there's 16 different colors. I was like, that'll be so cool. Might have been. So that's what I ordered. Okay, you guys, we're going to get off of here. Um, Depends on how many let me know in my post tab about wanting a bingo game later today because, if y'all, most of you are going off for the fireworks, I won't do a bingo. Just there's a post in there. It says up for a pop up bingo. Let me know. So just let me know in the post. And I will see y'all later. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. And y'all stay safe and have a wonderful 4th of July. Bye, everybody.